This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to introduce to you the new Landslide Roulette system from Jeffrey Eisenberg. He sent in some amazing systems in the past, but he said this one is so good. This is the only roulette system that he would ever play from now on, and that is impressive. So I can't wait to share this one with you, and we're going to put his system up against Play Like a Pro today, and let's go ahead and get started with Play Like a Pro first, and let's go ahead and place the bets. We're going to have a $10 bet on black to start since the last two are red. The reason for that is because we need 2 to bet against out of the outside bets, which the 6 outside bets, which are 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, or 19 to 36. In this case, we have 2 red, so we can start with black, or we could also start 1 to 18 since the last 2 are 19 to 36. Let's go ahead and place the bet on black to get started here. And here we go. That's a 13 black. Okay, that's a win. Fantastic. So now we're going to bet on even because the last 2 are odd. We're going to win $10 with each one of these bets. And this is a system I like to use in the casino a lot. I hope you like it. And that's an 18 red. And that's another win. So we can bet 19 to 36 now for 10. We're up 20. And let's go ahead and spin. That's because the last 2 are 1 to 18. We're going to have at least 2 to bet against before we place a bet. And now we have a loss there. We're going to go ahead and double the bet from 10 to 20. And now we have 3 in a row, 1 to 18. But we have a lot more chances to get this back. And let's see what we get here. That's a 25 red. And that's a win. Okay, so we're up 30. We need to find a new bet. And it looks like black would be the next choice. And it's even better if there's 3 in a row to bet against like we have right now. And 4 and 5 is even better. That's a 10 black. Fantastic. That's a win. We're up 40. We need to spin without betting for the first time in a while because we don't have one of those 6 outside bets with 2 in a row. But that's it doesn't happen very often because we have all the ones to choose from. But it looks like we need to get one more spin here before we place our next bet. We still don't have 2 to bet against. That's a 12 red. Okay, so let's bet black now for 10 since the last 2 are red. Then we'll check our balance again. And we're just 2 minutes in out of 15 with Play Like a Pro. That is a 36 red, and that's a loss. So let's double that bet on black and spin. Then we'll check our balance again. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a 3 red. And that's another loss. So we're going to double the bet again. And you can see it says we're only up 10. But don't worry about that because with Play Like a Pro, if you get a win, you recoup all losses plus add $10 of profit. And that's a 7 red, and that's another loss. So let's go ahead and double the bet again. It takes 9 in a row for it to bust, where it would probably be 7 in a row if 7 in a row of that color to make you bust without doing Play Like a Pro. So let's go ahead and double the bet again to 160. But the thing to remember here is that if we weren't using Play Like a Pro, we would be at the 640 final bet right now. But since we're using Play Like a Pro, we're going to have 3 more chances, 160, 320, and 640 to get the win. And there's a loss, 1 red. So now we're going to go to 320, and we're going to bet that. And we would have for sure lost our bankroll without Play Like a Pro. And we just have 1 chance left. But at least we do have that 1 chance. Look at over on the left-hand side there. We only have 1 number that's not red, which is the 10 black. But at least we have 1 more chance because we're using Play Like a Pro. Let's see if we can get a black number here. And we did. So Play Like a Pro saved the day for us. And it picked up another $10 in profit. We're up 50. Let's go 1 to 18 for 10 now. All right, here we go. Sometimes just that 1 or 2 extra chances is all that you need, and that's a 14 red. That's a $10 win. We're up 60. Let's go ahead and spin without betting because we don't have 2 to bet against out of those 6 outside bets. Okay, that's 11 black. Okay, so we can go 19 to 36 now for 10 because the last 2 are 1 to 18. So we had 2 to bet against, and it's time to bet again. That's a 20 black. And that's a win. So we picked up another 10 in profit. We're up 70. And now we can bet red since the last 2 are black. And here we go. All right, that is a 3 red. And that's another win. We picked up more profit. We're up 80. And looks like for the first time in a while, we need to spin again without betting. And here we go. That's a 19 red. And let's bet black now since the last 2 are red. We got our two to bet against, and we're off and running. We're 5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 12 red. All right, that's a loss. Let's go ahead and double that bet. Now we have a $20 bet on black. Here we go. That's 11 black. We have another win. Now we can bet 1 to 19. 19 to 36. I'm sorry, because the last 2 are 1 to 18. We're up 90.
No more bets.
And let's spin and see if we can get $100 in profit here. That's an 8 black. Okay, let's go ahead and double that bet from 10 to 20. And let's see if we can get a high number here. All right, let's see something with a 2 in front of it. And there we go. That's a 21 red. That'll work. That's a $20 win. It's time for a new bet. We're up $100. So now we need to spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against out of those 6 outside bets. And here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, so we can go 1 to 18 now since the last 2 are 19 to 36. And I've even seen some people at the casino, when I've met some people that recognize me in the casino, that have said that they've not only used Play Like a Pro, but a lot of times they use even as many as 4 in a row before they start. Now that takes more patience, but I like the idea. And we're up 110. Let's go to odd 410. And we have 2 evens on the last 2 numbers. And here we go. That's a 13 black. And that's a win. And we're up 120. Let's go ahead and bet 19 to 36 for 10 now, since the last 2 are 1 to 18. And here we go. That's a 15 black. Okay, so let's go ahead and double that bet to 20.
No more bets.
And here we go. We'll have lots more chances to get a high number here. But a 0 never helps. And one thing that I do whenever I play Like a Pro, if I hit a 0 anywhere in the first half of the progression, I do not increase the bet. And the reason for that is because every time you lose your bankroll, almost every time you lose your bankroll playing martingale or anything like this, there's always a 0 involved somewhere. Now, obviously, in this case, we didn't need to do that, and it probably cost us a little bit of money, but not much. But you know what? It's great when it saves you at the end. And we're up 110. Let's go ahead and spin again since we have that 0 in there. We need 2 to bet against. That's a 31 black. Okay, now we can go 1 to 18 since the last 2 are 19 to 36. We're still up 110, so you can see that didn't really affect things much. But I tell you what, it'll save you when the time comes where that 0 is the difference between 9 losses and 10 losses, or 8 losses and 9 losses, whatever is the important number for you. So let's go ahead and double that bet to 20 on 1 to 18. And here we go. That's a loss with 34 red. So let's go ahead and double that to 40 on 1 to 18. We had our 2 head start, so we have lots of chances to get the win. That's in 21 red. That's a loss, and you can see it shows we're only 40 up, but the cool thing about playing Play Like a Pro is once you get the win, it retrieves all losses plus adds $10 to the profit level. And that's a 29 black. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. And now you're seeing why it's so important what we did back there, because if we had not sat out on that 0, we would be at the 320 bet right now. But we're at 160, so that's pretty cool. And we're 9 minutes in out of 15. That's a 32 red. And we lost again. So at this point, if we hadn't sat out on that 0, we would be at the 640 final bet. But since we sat out on that 0, we have 2 more chances. So let's see if we can get a low number in the next 2 spins. Here we go. And that's a 28 black. So we are down to our final spin, and you can see the reason why is because every number except for the 0 is a high number. So let's see if we can get a low number here, and at least we have one more chance because of the way that we play this. So let's see if that chance pays off for us. Here we go. We need a low number. And we got it. That's a 5 red. So you can see how Play Like a Pro really kept us in the game. And now we're up 120. And we need to spin without betting. And then we can place another bet here. So like I said, sometimes it's only 1 or 2 that make the difference. And it can make all the difference in the world. Let's spin one more time. We don't have 2 to bet against. Here we go. That's a 4 black. And we can start with red or odd. So let's go ahead and start with odd or 10, and let's spin. We could have went a couple different ways there because we had 2 to bet against and on 2 different outside bets. That's a win there, and let's go ahead and let's do red now since the last 3 are black. We're up $130, and let's go ahead and spin. We're almost 11 minutes in out of 15 with Play Like a Pro. And but remember, Jeffrey Eisenberg's new incredible roulette system is the only one that he will use now. Is coming up next, and it's a Landslide roulette system. Let's go ahead and double that bet from 10 to 20 on red. We had our 2 in a row head start off on black before we got started, and there's a 30 red, so that's a win. Okay, so we're up 140. Let's go ahead and spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against. And we've had to do this a little bit more than normal, but occasionally that happens, and sometimes you don't have to do it at all. And we have 2 evens in a row. Let's start with odd. We need our 2 to bet against out of those 6 outside bets, and we're 11.5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 25 red, and that's a win. Great. So we're up 150, picking up $10 profit each time, and we need to spin without betting again. We don't have 2 to bet against. And here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, so now we can go black because the last 2 are red. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 26 black. Okay, let's go ahead and go odd now. The last 2 are even. We could also go, actually odd is the only way we can go on this one. So let's bet 10 on odd. We're 12 minutes, 15 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 33 black, and that's a win. So now we can go 1 to 18 or red. Let's go ahead and go red for 10. We're up 170. And clipping right along here, making $10 with each win. And that's a 13 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we're going to double the bet from 10 to 20 and spin on red here. We're 12 minutes, 40 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 31 black. And that's a loss, so let's double the bet on red. Now we currently have 4 in a row black, but lots of chances to still get our win here. That's a 26 black. And that's another loss, and let's go ahead and we'll be at 80 now. But remember, if we were not using Play Like a Pro now, we would be at 320. That's a 33 black. That's another loss. So now we're going to double again to 160. But this would be our final bet if we were not using Play Like a Pro. So that's pretty cool. Now we have 3 more chances, 160, 320, and 640 left. And that's a 12 red. And we got the win. So now we're up 180. Again, when you win, you get all the money that you lost back plus add $10 in profit. And it looks like we need to spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against again. Here we go. That's a 33 black. Okay, we still don't have 2 to bet against, so let's spin one more time. And rarely do you have to spin twice in a row like this, but it happens occasionally. That's 11 black. And now we can go even or red. Let's go red for 10. We're up 180, a couple more wins, and we'll be up $200. We're 14 minutes in out of 15. We Play Like a Pro. And the Landslide Roulette system is coming up by Jeffrey Eisenberg. I can't wait for that one. And remember, when I get a 0, I do not increase the progression if I'm in the first half of the bet. So that is a 23 red. So sure, we lost a little bit there, and actually we ended up breaking even, I think. So it didn't really lose us much of anything because we were on the $10 bet. We're up 180. We need to spin again to have 2 to bet against. But I'm telling you, every time it seems like you lose when playing a system like this, there's a zero somewhere in there, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. And let's go ahead and bet on black now for 10. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. There's been a lot of black numbers. We can also go 1 to 18. So let's do that instead. And actually, we just ran out of time, so this is our last spin. That's a 20 black. We lost that one. So we ended up $170 in profit with Play Like a Pro after 15 minutes of playtime. As always, let me know in the comments what you think of this one. But now it is time for the new roulette system of the day from Jeffrey Eisenberg. This is called the Landslide Roulette System. He said it's better than anything you've ever used before. So I can't wait to share this with you. And let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the new Landslide Roulette System by Jeffrey Eisenberg. He said this is the best roulette system there is. It's the only one he uses in the casino, and he's come up with a lot of great ones in the past, so that's saying something. Let's go ahead and place the bets, and you can see we have a zero balance. We're going to start with $20 on 4 double streets, and he's going to have a $500 stop at when he gets to $500, he's going to stop playing. But we're going to keep going for the full 15 minutes, so keep that in mind. So we have 4 double streets at 20 each, and then a $5 bet on 0. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. That's a 16 red. Okay, so that's a nice $35 win to start. Let's rebet and spin again here. That's a 33 black. Okay, and we lost. So what he does when he loses is he changes these bets to 125 each. This is stage 2. And he says that whether you're in stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3, you can always go back to the base level with a win. And here we go. So 125 each on these. That's a 505 total bet. Let's go ahead and spin. We'll leave the 5 on the 0, and we're a minute in out of 15. That's 11 black. Okay, and that's a $245 win. So we're up $195 already. We're going to go back to the original bet now because he says when you're in any stage, if you get a win, you restart. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're going to go back to 85. There we go. Now we're back to having, as you can see here, we have 20 on each of the double streets and then 5 on the 0. So you can either back it up or you can just put the bets back out again. They're really easy to do. That's an 8 black. That's a nice $35 win. So we're up $230 already. So man, we're already halfway to his goal profit where he cashes out, and that's a 29 black there. That's another $35 win. So now we're up $265. And let's spin again here. And also with this system, if you hit the 0, you're going to be real happy. And that's a 10 black. That's another $35 win. So we're up $300 already. Let's spin again. So if we do get to his $500 profit level, we will say that he did what he accomplished. He set out as an accomplishment. And there's a $95 win on 0 there. Fantastic. That's a big one. We're up $395 already. And that's because we had that $5 on 0. But if we do get to $500 profit, his system will be successful. However, we're going to play for the full 15 minutes because I want you guys to see what happens over a longer period. We're up $430 already. He's already almost accomplished his goal in no time here. That's a 22 black. It's a $35 win. We're at $465, and I think if we get another one of those, we'll already have reached his $500 profit. And that's a 6 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to increase all these to 125 again. This is stage 2, and even if we don't get to stage 3, I'm going to show you what it is. But we're going to play for the full 15 minutes, so you'll probably get to see it anyway. Let's find out here. And here we go, 125 on each. Okay, now we had a 505 total bet. The $5 is still on the 0. We're 3.5 minutes in out of 15. That's an 8 black. All right, that's a win, so we can reset, and there's your $500 profit. We're already up 625. So we're going to continue to play for 15 minutes, but just so you know, Jeffrey Eisenberg's system already accomplished what he said it would, which is make over $500 and before you lose your bankroll, which would be $1,300. That's pretty awesome. But let's keep playing here. Let's place the bets out again so you can see them, and we'll switch to $10 units now. So we're going to put 20 on each of the double streets, and here we go. Because you guys still need to see what stage 3 is. And $85 total bet here. Let's go ahead and spin. Stage 3 is very important because when you get there, you need to know what to do. So make sure you stick around for that. That's a 6 black. So we're going to go back to stage 2. We're going to increase all of these to 125. I'll put these in first and then put a 5 on each. Okay, now we're in stage 2. Any of these stages, if you get a win, you restart. Let's go ahead and spin here. That's a 28 black. And that's a win. So we go back to stage 1. We're up 785. Wow. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and put 5 on the 0. 25 on each of these double streets again. Again, Jeffrey says this is even after all the amazing systems he's come up with in the past, this is the only system he'll ever use now. And that's a 26 black. That's a $45 win. So we're up $830. And man, let me check those bets there and make sure that's right. Okay, so again, it was $20, I'm sorry. It should be $20 on the double streets. I think I put 25 on there. And the reason why I thought of that's because it's actually 125 for stage 2. It's 20 for stage 1. Okay, so these are 20s. Stage 2 is 125, and then I'm going to share with you what stage 3 is coming up here. Let's go ahead and spin. We're 6 minutes in out of 15. That's a 29 black. It's another nice $35 win. We're up $865. That's incredible. All right, here we go. That's a 3 red. I think that's a loss. And it is, so let's go to stage 2. These are going to go to 125 from 20. And we'll see if we end up in stage 3 here. Either way, I'm going to share with you what stage 3 is, but first I'm going to see if we get there or not. Okay, 505 total bet now. We went from 20 each to 125 each. Here we go. And that's a 17 black. So we go back to stage 1. Now we're up $1,025. Oh my goodness. All right, let's back this baby up back to 85 again. And man, this has been doing incredible so far. We're only 7 minutes in out of 15 right now. And there's our base level bet of 20 each on 4 double streets and $5 on 0. Here we go. That's a 28 black. It's another $35 win. We're up $1,060 right now. Let's go ahead and spin again. We're 7.5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 23 red. And that's a $35 win. We're up $1,095. We're still playing for the full 15 though, and we're only 7.5 minutes in, so anything can happen. Let's see what does happen. That's a 24 black. That's another win. We are up $1,130 now. Incredible results for a $1,300 bankroll system. And we still need to get to stage 3, so I can go over that with you. Okay, that's a $35 win. We're up $1,165. Wow. Here we go. All right. That's a 16 red. And that's a $35 win. Okay, so we're up $1,200. Let's rebet and spin. and that's a 15 black, and that's a $35 win. We're up $12.35 now. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin again here. All right, here we go. I think I said $1,300 bankroll. We're going to check that here in a minute. There's a nice $95 win on zero, and I think this actually would be better with the $2,000 bankroll. Well, we're going to check that here in a minute. We're up $1,330. Once we get to stage 3, we're going to add all this up and make sure that we have the right bankroll for this one. That's a 23 red. That's a $35 win. We're up $1,365. So here we go. Okay, that's a $35 win. We're up $1,400. So it's hard for me to believe with $1,300 bankroll we could be making this much profit. We've already passed that amount, and that's a 2 black. That's a loss. So let's go to stage 2. We're going to add all this stuff up as we go through. Make sure we have the appropriate bankroll. And let's see, we're at $1,315 profit right now. We're going to stage 2, and stage 2 is going to be all these 20s are going to go to 125. So if you add up all the 125s, that's $500 plus the first one, which is 85. So it's about 600, and then the last one, when we get there, I'm going to add that up for you, and we're going to make sure that we have enough bankroll. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's 505 total. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a loss. We're going to stage 3 now. And it is higher than $1,300 bankroll because I just realized these bets are going to $375 now. Let's go ahead and do that. So if they were a 4, that'd be $1,600. So yeah, it's more than $1,300. Let me add these up as we go through here. And let me make sure this is right. It should be $375 each. And I think the reason I got a little bit confused on that, because there's a $1,500 bet right there. And plus the previous bet, which was $125 each, that's 505. So that'd be 2,010 plus the original bet of 85. So it'd be like, I think that's $1,200 bankroll would be a little bit, I mean, sorry, $2,200 bankroll would be optimum for this. But just so you know, Jeffrey said you could also do this with dollar units, and it'd be much smaller. You just divide everything by 5 because this is a $5 units right here. So keep that in mind. So $2,200 bankroll, and we're up 810. So what you have to decide here is when we're in stage 3, I'm just going to put a bet down for a second so it doesn't spin. When we're in stage 3, if you're up a ton, you could just restart. Now we're up 810, so you might just walk with 810 if that happens if you ride it to this point. But if we bet the 1505, we still have bankroll left, but basically then all of a sudden we're down 700. So at this point you have to make a good decision whether you want to restart. But we're going to do this because I want you guys to see how much you win in stage 3. This is $375 each on 4 bets and $5 still on the 0. So let's go ahead and spin. Let's see if we get the win in stage 3. Oh my goodness. So that's why I would, if I was playing and I was still up a lot, I wouldn't go to stage 3. I would have just started over with $800, and I'm sure Jeffrey would have too. Just remember that Jeffrey's system did work. We made over $500 in a short amount of time, which was what his goal was each time that he plays. He doesn't continue to keep playing and risk the losses. So now we're at $695, but with that $2,200 bankroll, we still have a lot left. So we can still place another bet here, but let's see how much we have left in that bankroll. So that would be $1,500. So we can go ahead and place another 1,500. Actually, we can place that one more time. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and spin. And the main reason we still have enough left to do this is because we were up so much when we had that loss. So let's go ahead and spin here. And that's a 32 red. Okay, and it did lose the bankroll. There's your 2,200. So, so this system was very successful and was up well over $1,000, and definitely did what Jeffrey said that it would do. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and that would be fantastic. So this is a system you want to get up and get out, and but as always, I play for the full 15 minutes so you guys can see ups and downs and other possibilities. But I definitely see how he's doing really well with this. We did fantastic for a very short period of time, and we did reach his $500 profit goal that he said that he stops and leaves with. And but you also got to see potential risks. So I think that that's the best of both worlds. Test his system out as always, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and that would be fantastic. Again, he's sent in some great systems in the past, and he said this is the best system that he's ever used, and he's consistently using it at the casino. So he's obviously he's doing what Sonny's doing. He's getting out quickly after he gets a lot of money, and a lot of times he plays this with dollars instead of $5 units. So if you were going to do that, you just divide everything by 5, the bankroll and the bets and everything else. And then you'd have an option for playing for less amounts of money. And basically what that would do, if you divide everything by 5, obviously you divide those the $20 bets by 5, and then the $5 bet on 0 would go to 1. So that'd be like $4 bets on the double streets there. So you can figure any of that out with math, but I really like this system. I'm going to be testing it out more. This is the Landslide Roulette system by Jeffrey Eisenberg, and it was successful for what he said that it would do today. So remember that when you were critiquing. But remember also, too, to be honest, whether you love it or hate it, let me know in the comments, and that way everyone else can read those comments as well. And, they'll have a good idea of whether they want to take this system or other systems to the casino. And also remember to send your roulette systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And pick a new one every single day of the week at 7 a.m. Central Time. I test it out, and then it's your guys' turn to test it and share in the comments what you think, whether you love it or hate it. Let me know, and let everyone else know. That really helps everyone else out in the community, helps them decide whether to take it to the casino or not. So be smart about it. Really enjoyed this one today. Thank you, Jeffrey, for sending it in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.